I'll mute everyone for now so that in case by mistake also there is some background noise, it won't hinder this. How you can be a successful freelancer? Freelancer can be anyone. Earning 500,000 by a small task, it's fine. Earning 5,000, 10,000, it's okay. But how you increase your income to a certain level, to the next stage that you were looking for. For example, before 5 years, I left a job when I was earning 25,000. Maybe from now I'll start earn 25,000, but definitely my goal is that after 6 months I should get more than what I've left. At least I should reach to 40, 50,000 per month. How you double your income, how you increase your income, how much time you spend on your work, how you utilize all those stuff, that is the most important part. And how you can be a successful freelancer. There is, I would say there is, I follow a definition that who is termed as a successful freelancer. What are the qualities a freelancer require? If you have that, it becomes very easier. It is not necessary you know quality 100%, but you know a lot of other things with the quality which will help you to be a successful freelancer. All right, let us go. Session is divided into 3 parts. First part of the session, I'll be sharing my screen and I'll show you a PPT which I'll explain in detail to all of you. Second part of the session will go live on Upwork. I will share certain projects, some like different kind of jobs which are available on that platform. So I will show that. And third part of the session will be the Q&A round. Now, whichever questions you will put in the chat, I'll be taking it up after our first 2 parts. And after that, I'll be giving you the opportunity to raise the hand also if you want to directly ask any question. Okay. In case there is a voice breakage or anything such thing happens, just quickly raise the hand so that I'll get to know that yes, there is some issue with regards to the network. Now I'm sharing my screen, and all of you, those who have raised the hand earlier, just lower your hand and let's start with today's session. Here is my screen, sharing that. So today's session is a pre-onboarding session on how you can be a successful freelancer. Okay. Sorry. So before that, let us understand who is a freelancer. Any individual who earns the money per job basis, per task basis, usually which can be a short-term work, and you can convert that short-term work to a long-term client if you're able to provide best services to these people. Now, what does per job means, per task means? For example, let us take a hypothetical example that you are very good Canva designer. You design certain brochures, some things for your client, and you get the payment for the same. You are very good at video editing. You do certain video editing, you get the payment from your client. It means that was a small task which you accomplished. Third comes, you are a very good writer. You have been into the writing. You can write content. You can write blogs. Again, same thing. It means you are completing a particular task of the person, getting paid for the same. If you are very good at technical writing, you can do that. You are very good at website development. You are very good at recruitment process. XYZ, anything that you know. If you serve your clients on per job basis, it means you will be able to give your services. Initially, they'll be paying you based on the task you do per job basis. Whatever you have got the task, you'll get the payment accordingly. If your client likes your work and if they need a long-term resource, be it part-time, be it full-time, they will love to hire you. And that should be our ultimate goal. Whether I should be getting hired part-time basis or full-time basis, depending upon how much time I can spend, and that should be your goal. So the major part here comes how you serve your clients, how best you can provide your services to the people, and how you can get the testimonials, how you can get the recommendations, which will help you further to get more clients. Okay. Now, as a freelancer, you don't have to sign any specific agreement. Like if you are in employment, you sign an employment agreement and you are bound that you can't do this thing or that thing. But as a freelancer, specifically, you're not signing any contract, you're just accepting the work. And when you accept the work, then it means you are accepting the task from the client and you'll finish it off. That is what you are signing for, nothing more than that. Sometimes, if your client is sharing some sensitive information, they may ask you to sign NDA, that is non-disclosure agreement. If they are hiring you as a retainer, they may ask you to sign retainership agreement. If they are hiring you as a consultant, they may ask you to sign a consultancy agreement. Apart from that, there is nothing specific that you will be asked to sign when you are working as a freelancer. All right. Now, coming to how much you should charge to your clients. If the work is per project basis, okay, it means I took a task to write maybe 1,000 words. I wrote that 1,000 words. I got the payment for those 1,000 words, and my task is done. Now, at the same time, if my client is asking me to write 5,000 words, what I would like to do, I may ask my client a payment initially once I make a synopsis, once I make a topics and all that stuff. If they like it and if I move ahead, I may ask them to pay me a set amount. And once I finish the work, I may ask for the final amount. That as well. Secondly, if you're working for a client on a per day basis, like I am working on per day basis, I know what are my deliverables. And every day, if I deliver that much work, I'm getting per day salary. Okay, per day wage, which I'll be getting. Then comes per hour basis. Now, how many of you know what is your per hour rate? Anyone who knows what is your per hour rate? Because this is the first thing that will be required when you will create your profile on any freelance platform. Do you know what is your per hour rate right now? How many of you know that? Anyone? So many people have already raised their hand. If you can lower the hand if it is not relevant. Okay, let me check in the chat. No idea, no problem. If you don't have any idea, maybe write no idea. One person has mentioned $20 to $22. Okay. All right, let us discuss. Right now itself, we will understand what is your per hour rate, how we will calculate it. Just follow me. If I am earning monthly 1 lakh rupees, hypothetical example, you can calculate based on your earnings before 2 years, before 5 years, when you left your job, whatever. Okay. And currently, what is your current salary? If anyone, those who are working, they can maybe base according to that. If I am having 1 lakh of income in a month, I work for 25 days in a month. So per day, I am earning what? 4,000 rupees. If I work at least 8 hours, which is, there is no question, we work generally more than 8 hours, right? If I work 8 hours, it means my per hour comes to 500. So 500 INR. If I convert it into USD, it comes to what? 6 USD per hour. If I am earning 1 lakh per month, my per hour in USD is what? 6 USD. Now, did you got your understanding? Are you all clear? If you are not earning, if you want to start, you can even start at $1, $2, $3 per hour. There are clients, if they like your samples, the basic samples also, they will love to give you the amount of $2, $3 as well. If you want to just start, and maybe after in future you will increase your rate. Now, if I say $6, that is my opportunity cost. That if I am doing something which is making me focus on the another task, then I should at least earn that much amount. But what about the platform charges? If I am working on any freelance platforms, freelance platform will charge their own amount, right? They will charge their commission. So let us say Upwork charges 10% commission when you work on Upwork. All right. So when I'm working on Upwork, if I'm putting $6, $0.6 gone, then I'm coming down to what I was earning earlier. I can't take that risk. Correct? So what I will do? I will add that to my hourly rate which it came. My hourly rate came to $6. I'll add 10%, which platform is going to charge me. With that, I will add little more. Why? Because when a platform disperse the money in your bank account, there are little charges which bank takes in the conversion and all that stuff. So what is that? It's somewhere around 1 to 2%. Okay. So now my hourly rate comes to $6.8 per hour. That's the maximum, right? So if I'm putting this, I'll round figure it. I'll put it 6.99 or I'll put it $7 depending on that. So always remember that when you're calculating your per hour rate, you need to understand which platform is charging what amount, add that much amount, and then create it. Because Upwork is charging 10%. There is another platform which charges 10%. Fiverr charges 20%. So based on that, you need to be prepared. Now, initially in 1 or 2 projects, if you get even little lesser, it is fine because you may have to showcase your skills to your clients, right? You will to showcase your skills to your clients to get the recommendations, to get stars on your profile. You may provide your services at maybe little lower. It is okay. But that will help you, that feedback, that testimonials will help you to increase your income. How? Now, just understand, I started earning at $7, okay? But $6 is something which is I'm getting in my hand. So I started earning at $6. After I complete 4 clients, I'll increase my hourly rate to 10 to 15%. Now that $6 will reach to almost $7. Again, I completed 4 to 5 projects. I'll increase it to 20%. Now where I'm reaching somewhere around $8.5. If I complete 20 projects like this on freelance platform, which is not a big deal, okay? If you're consistent, you can complete 20 projects easily in even 3 to 4 months. Now, if I am completing 20 projects, I'll be able to reach to double that what I decided. If I was at $6, I will reach to $12. Now you'll be able to double your income. And that should be the end goal. That how do I double my income in coming 6 months? Make sure that within 6 months, you all have to achieve this. And you have to do it. Take out 3-4 hours, however, how you do it, I don't know. But if you don't do that, then if you are sitting here also, then it means you are wasting the time. So be prepared that I'll have to spend that much of time. I'll have to upskill myself. I have to be consistent on the platforms to crack the deals. That's it. You will get all the solutions, how to do it, how to create your profile, how to work on LinkedIn, what you have to do, all that you will get. But at the end of the day, if you don't work on your profile, I won't be able to take the access and do it, right? You'll have to do by yourself. So that you have to do. And 6 months, we have to double our income. That should be the clear goal. Not at all shifting from that goal in any case. Put in your board, write it down. I'm earning this much right now. After 6 months, this much should be in my bank account every month. That goal itself will help you every day to do something or the other to reach that goal. Okay. Now going to the next. Benefits of freelancing. What are benefits of freelancing? The people, those who are doing something already, they can earn the money on the side. Whatever work you're doing, whatever practice you are into, you will be able to earn the money on the side. If anyone is a student here, I doubt, but still, if anyone is a student, you can earn the money on the side. Then if people, those who are preparing for a job, okay, that, okay, I want to go back to a job. You start with the freelancing, you work with maybe 5-7 clients, and the clients are really happy with your work. They may give you the chance to get absorbed in their organization itself as an employee. This is also very good strategy. And how we get prepared when we are doing freelancing. When we do freelancing, we are connected with a master client directly, right? We are not connected to the HR. We are connected to the master client. When we are connected to a master client, we understand the problem of the organization. We understand what the organization is actually looking for. You understand the mindset of the people. And when you're working for 10 different kind of projects for 10 clients, the confidence level which comes to you, forget about 10 clients, even if you work for 5 clients, you yourself will see a difference in how you are speaking, how you are behaving with the people, how you are coming up with the solutions. Now, how your brain start working on towards the problems which every day comes to you, right, from your clients. That will help you to make sure that you are fully prepared to sit in that interview. You don't have to do a lot of efforts. You will be prepared by itself because you have already been doing this from last 2 to 3 months. Okay. The people, those who have a goal to move to any other country for study or for settling in any other country, if you are working with the international clients of those countries sitting in India, having those testimonials and recommendations will help you further to, if you are looking for admissions, then in the universities, or if you want for the job or you want to move in that country, it will help you. Which a lot of our students keep getting this from their clients, that you're doing great work. Why don't you come here and do this work? That's all. Every client nowadays is struggling with a great resource. So if you're able to prove yourself, the opportunities are endless. Now, what are the important things to know if you want to be a successful freelancer? Every time people just focus on that, the quality of the work should be awesome, right? But I would say with quality, there are many other factors which are important. Why they are important? Let us speak every point one by one. Now, the first point, which says that stick to the guidelines of the client. Before that, I will say, be a great listener. If you are a great listener, you will actually understand the problem of the person. Otherwise, what happens? I am expert of ABC. Okay. My client will speak A. I will understand what is his problem in B and C. I'll not let that person speak because I'm over smart. I know everything and I can deal that problem very easily. Remember this thing, that this can be a negative point for you in freelance industry. Because until you understand, until you listen to the problem of the person, what that person is exactly looking, how would you know? What is in the mind of the person? How would you know? So that is very, very important to understand if what are your clients looking for. So first, listen to your client, keep your pen and paper ready. If you're having the conversation, note down the points which comes to your mind, that these are the questions I need to ask to this person after he completes the conversation. Now, first impact that you leave on that client is that this person is patiently listening to my problem. Okay, first impression. Second, when you've listened to the client in detail, you will understand the problem very well. You will have some solutions maybe then and there. Or if you don't have the solution then and there, it's okay. Don't worry. You can tell the person that, hey, I've understood your problem. Let me just come back to you with how we can take this project into the next level. Okay, so that is something you get a information, you get to know more about it, you can research about it, and then you can go back to the client and say that, hey, this is what we can do. Now, you have given solution XYZ to a person, but the client is, no, I want ABCY way only. Now, what we were taught, like for in my MBA, we were taught that customer is the king, client Bhagwan hai, kuch nahi kar sakte. What your client will say, you have to do that way. I agree to that even now, that your client is your God. So if he is giving you the guidelines that, no, I want it this way only, you will do that way with the disclaimer. Remember this thing, that I am okay to do it this way, but there can be these things which you must have foreseen already. Okay, if I do this work in this way, these are the major issues, or there can be certain changes, or how the work could have been better if as per my suggestion. Have that in writing. Remember everything. When you take the work from the client, when you start the work, Always put it in the writing that what you have discussed, what your client has agreed, what you're going to do. Take the acknowledgement of the client and then start working on it. That's the thumb rule of any work that you do. Okay. So that later point of time, your client can't blame you that no, we discussed this way and you haven't done that. To be on a safer side, this is very important. Now coming to the second point, be available, professional, and prompt while communicating with the client. Now, what does the be availability means? Does it mean 24/7, 365 days? So what does that mean? When I'm working with my international clients, it is important that I need to understand what is their time zone. If I am working with the US client, I'll know that, okay, this is the time zone, best working time zone of my client. So I need to be available at least few hours in that time. If I'm working with a Canadian client, I know when I have to, I think there is a show with the video. I stop the video. Am I audible to you all in a better way? Am I audible to all of you? Am I audible to all of you? Sorry guys, am I audible to all of you now? Am I audible? No? Okay, just a second. It's okay now. No, it's not over, guys. Don't worry. I'm there still. All right. Okay. So I'll just stop my video and we'll go ahead. All right. Okay. Okay. Now, if I say, I hope I'm audible, right? Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, be available means which country's client I am working, I need to ensure that I am available at least some time in their time zone, in their working hours. Okay. That will ensure that if there are any meetings to be conducted, if there is anything to be discussed, we can mutually discuss at that time. Okay. Second comes professionalism. You know that I am dealing with this client, but this client is really not good. But you have taken a work. Now, what is the solution? If you back out, you may get a negative reviews. You may get a negative stars on your profile. So what is the best solution? Anyhow, you will complete the task that you have taken from that client. Okay. But in future, maybe you will not complete that. No, you will not take any other opportunities from that person. Okay. So, but you should maintain your professionalism. You have to ensure that your communications are not in the wrong direction. Then comes prompt while communicating with the client. It is very important that we maintain our TAT. Now, what is TAT? That is turnaround time. If my client is reaching out to me on a message, on an email, or the communication channel where we both are connected, I need to reply to my client at least in 6 hours. That should be your TAT. Okay. In 6 hours, if I mention my TAT is in 6 hours, it means if even if I reply to my client, I'll be able to reach him when he is available. For example, I have a Canadian client. He reached out to me early morning Indian time, that is 4 a.m. Now I see that message at around 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. At that time, my client is already sleeping. I was to start my work. Now I can't do anything because he has given me some instructions and I'm not clear about it. So what could I would have done? I would have at least checked my emails when I got up, or at least by 7, 8 a.m. in the morning. And I could have reached to my client before 10 a.m. because I know at that time it would be 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. for them and they'll be about to sleep. But if I would have the conversation, I could have utilized my whole day in a better way, and before he gets up, my work was over. But I didn't saw the communication channel and it affected my work. So wherever you are connected with your client, and when you're working with the international clients or Indian clients, it's very important to keep your message, like you can keep checking within 6 hours at least. All right. So this is what we call as the prompt while communicating with the clients. Now produce the quality work as per the client needs. Now I know 10% of something, still I'll go and apply to that job. Do you think I'll crack the interview? Is there any possibility I'll crack that interview or the discussion with the client if I know just 10 or 20% of it? No, right? So what I would do? I would first apply to only those opportunities where I'm 60% confident. If I'm 60% confident, I know that much of task, rest 40% I can research, I can speak to someone, I can check with my colleagues, I can check with my friends. I can do many things to complete that project successfully. But if I don't know even 60%, I'm very sure I will fuck up that project. Correct? Because I don't have those relevant skills. So this is very important, that you should apply to the opportunities which you know at least 60%. Rest, you are a learner, you are someone who want to get the opportunities, you will do n number of things to complete it in the best. Okay. Now come to the fourth point. Now just imagine we had a session, why I'm speaking about this over here, that you need to set the realistic expectations with regards to time and delivery of the work that you have taken from the client. Now imagine the situation that we were scheduled today at 8 p.m. that we are going to meet. In any circumstances, if I don't join the session even till 8:15, what could have happened? We would have 100 people writing to our support and we would be getting a lot of calls that the session has not started. So when we are sitting remotely, this is not a classroom or something that you could have got the information that there is someone who is coming in next 5 days. So when we are sitting remotely, it is very important that you adhere to the timelines that you yourself committed. If I committed that I'll complete the task after 4 hours, I have to do that in 4 hours. And in any case, if I'm getting delayed, that there is something which is making my work little delay or it is taking little time, I would at least inform my client before the deadline comes that boss, I know that next 2 hours I have to complete, but it is taking little time. I'll come back to you. Maybe it may take 30 minutes or an hour extra. Then at least you're informing the client beforehand, right? So here, what is the best solution? If you're working on hourly basis, it is okay. You will be able to, your client is looking at the number of hours you're spending and what work you're doing. So not a problem. When you are working with anyone on the project basis, on the flat fee of the project that you're going to charge, if you're working that basis, then remember that you take some buffer time in your hand. You know you can complete that in 4 hours. Why not to tell your clients that I'll submit it within after 7 hours or 8 hours? Keeping some time buffer, which I may require to complete my task in the best possible way. All right. Is this clear to all of you? And don't worry, this PPT, you will get it. If anyone is writing, don't write, it's fine. If extra points are writing, that's okay. Otherwise, you'll get this PPT on your portal itself. Yeah. So always remember that if you have committed the timeline, finish the work within that timeline. That gives an additional, I would say, a bonus in terms of the stars you get from your clients. There are people those who get even the bonuses from the clients. Like recently, you must have heard Pooja in the session. I can share my screen and show you the screenshot where Pooja mentioned that she has got $100 bonus from the client because of the work she completed for him, which was such a great quality and within the deadline. Can you imagine $100 as a bonus from a client? 8,000 she has got it just as a bonus by doing the freelance work. Now that is something which we need to achieve, right? Now, the last point which comes, be ready to take the feedback and work on revisions from the client. Very, very important. We do the work, right? If I'm in a job, I'll do the work. My boss don't like that. He'll ask me to complete this in a different way. I'll still do it. Then why in freelancing we can't do that? If the scope of the work is same, if your work is not up to the mark, and if your client is asking you the updates or certain changes, you are bound to do that. That is your moral responsibility that you give the best work to your client. Lot of time, because I deal whole day with our learners, freelancers, and the clients, I get lot of times learners complaining that I did my work, I just need my payment. Though the work is of not even a 50% of the quality. The client is not paying, how would I pay to you? Then I have to make another person sit to do that work and improvise that. Correct? So at the end of the day, if you're getting the feedback, you need to work towards improvising the stuff. But one more thing, you have to be clear to your client that, hey boss, I completed the task. Please check everything and let me know if there are any changes. I'll be happy to do it at one go and submit it back to you. Why I'm telling this? First positive impression, you are someone who is accommodating even the request which may come for the rework. Okay. Second, you are clear on your terms that he can't come 10 times to you for same task again and again. And keep you taking for 1 month, granted that if I give the rework, she'll complete. That's the reason I'm saying when I submit the task that please check everything. Let me know wherever there are changes required. I will be happy to do that. Okay. This gives a client an understanding that he'll check everything. He'll give you it one or two shot itself that these are things which I require. They will not bother you for your 1 month or 2 months or your lifelong that do this, do this, do this, do this. Because you maintain that clarity in your mind. You gave them the clear instructions. So when you take the instructions from your client, you can also give these kind of at least positive messages, which speaks a lot by itself. Okay, clear? Now coming to the next part, which are the best freelance platforms? You have already seen in the bootcamp where we spoke a lot about Upwork and Fiverr. Why Upwork and Fiverr only? What? Okay, where is that slide? Okay, maybe I'll just speak. So what are the best freelance platforms? First is the Upwork. Why I talk about Upwork and why we stress on that? Upwork is the oldest freelance platform. When I share the screen of Upwork, you yourself will see there are clients like I've seen personally the clients from 1999 hired more than 1,000 freelancers, spent more than 1 million USD to pay to the freelancers. Now, it is not the story of one company. It is the story of multiple such companies who know that if I can go on this platform, I can get millions of freelancers and I can get my work in a best quality. Now, these platforms are so settled that every day you will see so many jobs that get posted. On Upwork, you have the two-way system that you can apply to the opportunities and even your client can directly reach out to you. How your client will reach out to you? Based on your profile and the portfolio that you have uploaded on your profile. If your profile speaks a lot, which shares your experience, which shares your skills, which shares your certain samples of your task, clients will reach out to you directly as well. Second thing, this is where you can apply to the opportunities. I don't know how many of you are on LinkedIn. If you see on LinkedIn, you see the easy apply option, right? We can see a lot of opportunities and we can apply. Same way on Upwork, you can see so many opportunities. You can search the opportunities using keyword and you can apply to the opportunities. But just imagine if 100 people from this group itself apply to one common opportunities, do you think your client will see those applications? Do you think the client will see those? वो पहले डर के भाग जाएगा. Oh God, 100 applications. Better I'll ask someone to refer a candidate. I don't have that much of time to see 100 applications. Same thing happens on LinkedIn. You will see 200 applications, 300 applications. No one sees those applications. Trust me, even I get so many applications, I don't see that. I will see that person who then reach out to me personally, share some insights and do that. Then I will see his profile. But on Upwork, you can't do that, right? You can't directly reach to the client also. So what is the best method to avoid this situation? What Upwork did? Okay. In May 2023, Upwork did a major change on their platform. Before that, when you Upwork also used to charge 20% from your earning, which they have reduced to 10% from May 23. Okay. But they increased something else. What was that? On Upwork, when you apply to any opportunities, you use certain connects. Now, what are those connects? When I create my profile for the first time on Upwork, when I share that Upwork also, you get to know. When I create my profile first time on the Upwork, I get 40 free connects. Then I'll get 10 connects every month. Okay. When I get 10 connects every month and I can apply only to using those 40 connects, I can apply maximum to 4 to 5 opportunities. Now, if I want to apply more opportunities, I will have to buy the connects from Upwork, which is going to cost me $1.5 for 10. It means if I have to buy 100 connects, I'll have to spend $15 to the Upwork. Why Upwork has to do this change? That they increase in the connects, but they reduced your percentage. Upwork is making same money. There is no difference in the money which Upwork is making, but it helps them to avoid a situation where clients were leaving the Upwork. Because of so many applications they were getting on Upwork, they started reaching out to the other platforms and they started finding freelancers by themselves on LinkedIn. So to make these things easier, Upwork increased the connect. So now only people, those who are relevant to that job, they will apply to that opportunity. Now, if Urmila, if Varsha knows that particular job, they will apply to that. They'll not randomly apply because they have that fear that if I apply, my connects will go. Right? So now the competition is reduced to such a, like it has reduced so much that now people are getting quickly the opportunities because client can see 10, 20 application and he's happy to select from those 10, 20 people. He don't have to see 50, 100 people, those who have applied. Okay. So on Upwork, people can reach out to you and you can directly also apply. Coming to the Fiverr, Fiverr is a different platform where you'll have to create your gigs. Now, what are those gigs? The services that you offer to your clients. There you won't be able to apply to any opportunities. Clients will search you and they will reach out to you directly. Remember this thing. Okay. So Upwork charges 10%, Fiverr charges 20%. Because there is no connects, there is nothing. So they can't make a loss. Correct? Coming to the other freelance platforms. Then there are freelance platforms called Guru and People's Per Hour. I don't know where is that screen. Just a second. Here it was. Yeah. Then comes freelancer.com. You must have heard about freelancer.com as well, where you can see different kinds of project getting posted. So these are the platforms where you'll get jobs for each and every one. Having 1,000 different skills also, you'll find the opportunities on these platforms. Only one thing you need to remember, never go outside the platform, never join any Telegram group, never pay the clients to get the work. There will be clients who will say, pay me $100, I'll give you registration, I'll do this and that. Never ever pay anyone. If platform fees is something that you're paying, that's a different story. Otherwise, to clients, you are not going to pay a single penny. Do we pay to get the job? If I want to get a job in Scale Arbitrage, will I have to pay to Scale Arbitrage people to give me the job? No, right? Then why a client will ask you to pay something upfront? If you find any such client, it means they are scammers. Don't go outside the platform. Don't even do any communication with such people. Got it? Then coming to the other two platforms, which are Guru, People's Per Hour. Now, these are the platforms which are very difficult to get entry itself. If you're having very great experience, if your proposals, if your samples are very good, then you may get entry on these platforms. Payments are very good compared to Upwork and Fiverr, but to reach this stage, you need to ensure that you at least work for 6 months on Upwork or Fiverr at least. Get the exposure with the international clients, create some great samples, then go on this platform, because these platforms are very choosy in selecting the freelancers. Okay. Yes, so do this. Rest you will find n number. If you just Google, you'll get 100 freelance platforms. But I myself have noticed and even checked those freelance platforms, you will get relevant opportunities once a week or once maybe in 2 to 3 days, which you can see on Upwork every day. So you just have to be consistent. Just remember that there was one person who told us that download the Upwork app in your phone, keep it near WhatsApp. Before opening the WhatsApp, always open Upwork first and check if there is any opportunity for you. Because what we do, have you ever counted how many times you open Upwork in a day? Have you ever counted that? Maybe 50 to 100 times. We click on that WhatsApp, correct? If I would have clicked at least even 20 times on Upwork and checked the opportunity in a day, I will definitely get something which is relevant for me. And I'll be able to quickly apply that. So please utilize this. I know it is difficult to have that habit, but it will help you to crack the job quickly. On Upwork, what best work is how quickly you see the opportunity and be the first person to apply to that. Okay. Now, what are the services that you can offer? You can be the appointment setter. You can be the administrative or virtual assistant. You can be a social media manager. You can be article or a blog writer, translation, proofreading, editing, handling social media pages, ghostwriter, typing job, handwriting, lead generation, graphic designer, accounting, any XYZ skills that you have, you can utilize on this platform. Okay. Now let us go directly on Upwork and see how that works. Let me just I'll put this PDF in the chat box for all of you. So even you can see to this. Let me log into Upwork. Upwork takes a little time when I am on Zoom with screen sharing. All right. Now this is how my interface will look once I create my profile and I always reach here. What will come here? First, if you see the best matches, whatever skills you have mentioned in your profile and whatever skills and the keywords your client has mentioned, you will get that things on your page quickly. Okay. Now, you need to understand which are your 5 best skills. Which are your 5 best skills? If you know those 5 best skills, just write here that you want to be a virtual assistant, for example. Okay. You have the search tab over here. Keep your 5 skills ready, that these are the 5 types of work I can do always. Okay. Using that, you search that when is the job posted? What are the jobs which are getting posted? Now, if you see 9 minutes ago, this job was posted. There are 5 to 10 people, those have already applied. If I click on this and see the details of the project, what is that my client is looking for? Let us analyze first who is the client. Now, this client is a member on this platform from 2022. He has posted 8 jobs till now. He has hired 2 people and 1 person is still working. Now, he required start on a trial period with up to 20 hours a week. So, he required you to start for 20 hours a week. This client is from US. Okay. Now, as of now, already 10 to 15 people have applied, though the interview process has not started. Until the interview process is not started and there are maximum 20 proposals, maximum 20, you still can apply to that opportunity. If you see there are 20 proposals already, though interview has not started, don't apply to that job because it may be difficult that you crack that deal. Okay? Because 20 people are already there before you. Now, if I have to apply to this project, what I'm losing 16 connects. Why the hell I'll apply if I see there are already 20 people before me and I'm still wasting my 16 connects to apply to this project? I will never do that. So what you have to do, and just imagine, just posted 10 minutes ago. Within 10 minutes, this is a scenario. Now you need to ensure that 5 skills that you want to use. Make sure your samples are ready. Make sure, and every time your proposal will be different. Okay, it can't be similar. It has to be customized based on the job that is being posted. If you see this is Canadian client, which is a new client. He has not spent anything as of now. He is the new client. He has registered on February 29. He is from Canada and he wants these kind of work to be done. His payment method is verified, his phone number is verified. It means it's a genuine client at least. And I can apply to this job. Why people have not applied to this job? Only 5 to 10 people have applied as of now. Why less? This job was posted before 12 minutes. And as there is like, this is also in the same situation. Interview has not started. Now, US and Canadian clients are active at this time. Why they are active? Because this is their work hours. So we need to ensure that we are checking we be active on this platform at least from 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time till 12. If you are active on this platform, if you see your WhatsApp, you'll be able to see quickly the jobs which are getting posted and you can apply to them. Now, if I am going to apply to this job, what should be my sample, right? I can create one Excel sheet which I maintain for the client. I can create one dummy sample as my email respond to a query of a client. Okay, I can do that. I can create one Google document where I am maintaining certain database. Make it dummy, one pager, it is okay. But that will be required. How you plan and organize the meetings and the events. You can write how you can organize the meetings, how you can use a Zoom or Gmeet and what all you have done. All right. So this is how you can check. Secondly, there are filter options. If I'm the entry level person, I see that, oh God, I was want to start with entry level work on. I may click on entry level. Then entry level, there are 1429 jobs which are posted based on virtual assistant. Now here the client is looking for entry level. See this was posted 30 minutes ago, virtual assistant for random task. This client is from US and he is member from last 1 year. But in last 1 year, he has hired 24 people, spent 26,000 USD already on this platform. And he has a 100% higher rate. It means this client is very good client and you can, that is the reason there are 50 proposals. Because the client is good and he is paying the people. He is hiring the people, he is paying the people. Correct? So this type of research you do, then you start applying. And the best thing that you need to do from now is, when you create the profile on Upwork, create a basic profile, take one-on-one session from the mentors who will guide you on how to create, how to better your profile. And they'll explain you and customize your profile based on your skills. Okay. Attend some of our group sessions, which we conduct at 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time through the portal itself, which will give you more understanding on these platforms. After creating the profile, after taking the session from the mentor, 1 or 2 days you just spend not to apply to the opportunities, but to check based on my skills last 1 week what kind of opportunities were posted, and also check who are your competitors. If I write your virtual assistant and I click on talent, I'll be able to find who are my competitors. If I am able to find my competitors, I can see that what kind of samples they have uploaded. Just a second. If you see this profile, just check what is the portfolio this girl has made. Weekly reports, competitor research, portfolio, social media sample. This is how you need to do. What is happening? I hope I am audible to all of you. I'm not able to edit the person. Just a second, I'll admit the person and I'll start again the screen share. So you saw only 3 samples. It's okay. Even if there are just 3 samples. Okay. And see the kind of work this person is doing. If you analyze the kind of work a person is doing, virtual assistant to author, virtual assistant to ClickUp data entry work, virtual assistant for this, you can see how many virtual assistant jobs are getting posted. LinkedIn lead generation, email management, social media marketing and management, market research. This will give you an understanding that what kind of jobs keep getting posted on such platforms and what kind of samples I need to do. So always first, before applying, spend your 2 days to research about your competitors, what kind of samples they have created, and research about the type of jobs based on your skill that are getting posted on that platform. That will give you a clear understanding what you need to create as your samples and what kind of jobs are for you and how quickly, what is the time when these kind of jobs get posted. If I see the track record of just 1 week, I'll understand that, okay, most virtual assistant jobs get posted between 6 to 8 p.m. I'll be active at that time, right? So you have to make sure these things. You have to understand when your client is active, when most of the jobs get posted. That will give you quick reply, quick response from your clients. Okay. Now, this was just a one search, and all of you have the different skills, so you can search the jobs according to that based on your skills. Secondly, when you'll have one-on-one session, don't worry, mentor will sit with you for at least an hour and guide you throughout this and customize your profile. Before that, just create a basic profile on Upwork. You'll have the video on our portal. Just create a basic profile and come to us for your one-on-one session. Okay. Now, I'll show you Fiverr also. Just a second. Now, on Upwork, you saw that you can apply to the projects and state clients can reach out. But on Fiverr, the scenario is very different. On Fiverr, client really can search you, you will be able to search the projects. Okay. So when the client search what it, like for example, I am the client, I need someone for content writing. So I write a keyword of content writing over here. And I click on the search tab. Am I not audible again? I hope so, I think. Okay. I know there is a bad audio now. I think I'm audible to all of you because when I share the screens of these things, it creates a trouble for sure. Okay. So what I'll do, you saw the Fiverr page, right? When you saw the Fiverr page, it is on Fiverr, it just a client will write down about what service they are looking, and based on that, all the profiles of the freelancers will come in front of them. They will reach out to 4 to 5 people, and after that, those 4 to 5 people may answer that client, and based on that, the selection happens. So the most important thing on Fiverr, which what you will be requiring again, your portfolio. So guys, remember, just creating the profile and going on the platform is something which is not going to help you. You will have to create your portfolio to sell yourself, you sell your services. Whatever services that you are selling to your clients, create the portfolio based on that. Yeah, I've stopped my screen share because on Fiverr it is as simple. You just have to just write, a client will just write the skills they require. Maybe I can try once again because I know that screen is getting stuck. So let's see. Okay, yeah. So I wrote the content writer at that time. Okay. Now when I wrote a content writer, I see so many people, those who are doing content writing service. And I can reach out to the ones whom I like. People have their prices mentioned. People have their, see, 1000 work she has done, 590, 450. So people will directly search you. They will reach out to your profile. They will click on these and they'll reach out to your profile. So on Fiverr, client do one simple thing, they write what they need and those people will appear in front of them. Okay. All right. Rest, you'll have a detailed session on how to create a profile on Fiverr and Upwork also. If you think you're not able to do that by basic video which we have shared, don't worry. In 15 days, once we conduct a session on how to create a basic profiles on these platforms, okay, that itself will help you. And rest, we have given so many things. You can book one-on-one session with us. It will be very easier for you to connect with the mentor and get the support from them for your future, I would say, planning related to the task that you want to do, the work that you want to do, and the amount that you want to earn. But we will need your efforts for sure. I'll request all of you. Maybe you must have not worked on your samples all these days because you were not aware that why my samples will be needed, right? Now, at least you know that is needed. You can start even like, okay, you make a plan that weekly, at least I'll make 2 dummy samples for myself. One pager is enough, not more than that is required, but that much is sufficient. Okay. Yes. Now I'm open to the questions. I won't be able to on the camera because my voice may go. I don't want to take that risk. Yeah. So the ones who have the questions, please write in Q&A or maybe raise your hand. I will unmute you and you can ask the questions. So if you want to see the sample pics, the best thing I showed you, that reach to, when you go to the Upwork, check the talent, find your competitor, see what kind of samples your competitor has put. Okay. Based on those, you create your dummy samples because everyone will have their different skills and different samples they will create. Okay. Now, before you guys log off for the session, because from my end, I am done with the session. I am here to answer the questions. So before you guys log off, there is one mandatory requirement. So that we call as a feedback form that you need to give one feedback for today's session. So I'll be sharing that link in the chat and then I'll be unmuting one by one the people, those who want the support, those who have any questions. So I'll address those questions. Okay. Just a second. Let me just get the link. So I'll put that in the chat before everyone log off. Please ensure to fill this form. If you don't know how to start, okay, If you don't know how to start, don't worry. Start with your course. Within 1 month itself, you will be prepared so much that you will have your path clear. Okay. If you are confused, don't worry. Take your time. What will happen if you will not earn money for a month or 2 months? Be prepared yourself. Rather than getting bad testimonials and bad stars on your profile, be prepared for that and then start working towards your next goal. Correct? All right. So yes, the first question comes from Devasmita. Devasmita, you are on unmute. Please ask the questions.
Actually I have more than 20 years of experience. So whatever I can see in list, whatever thing are there. So somehow I can manage and I can do it. I have that confidence. But I am
Awesome.
in dilemma that which, because I am in hurry to uh, get some work immediately to get some financial obligation from my client. So I need a proper mentor for this to understand that from where I should start and how I'll go and how I'll crack, and even I want to start in small assignment as well.
No problem. So when you will take one-on-one session for your Upwork Fiverr, your mentor will guide you. Okay? Just
Okay.
create a basic profile and then fill the form on our portal. If you've got the access to our portal, there you will see the option of book a call. If you click on book a call, you will see there would be a drop down. What kind of call you want to book? Upwork, Fiverr, LinkedIn. When you click there, you just have to fill that form with your basic profile link. My team will call you. They'll fix your session with the mentor based on your both's availability, and then you can get started yourself. All
Oh,
right.
thank you very much. Thanks.
Create
I,
your samples and keep your samples ready so that when you take the session, immediately you can upload that and start applying to the projects.
okay. Sample in the sense what? It is work sample.
Work
When
sample. Yes,
suppose I am choosing content writing, so I should write some article. You are saying that?
correct.
Okay.
Because
I
your
have a
client will have confidence in you on what basis? On the basis of the samples that they see. Correct. How how you will trust me until I show my skills, until I showcase something. Correct.
okay.
If you want your client to trust you and give you the work, you need to showcase something to your client.
Yeah.
So just create some samples, maybe a 500 words if you think you want to apply for content writing. Create 2 to 3 type of write-ups of 500 words each, which can be your samples. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank you very much.
Most welcome. Yes, Tanushri. Tanushri, you're on unmute. Please ask your question. Am I not audible again to all of you? All right, I'll mute Tanushri once again. Yes, Miss Vasha, please go ahead. You're on unmute.
So, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you
I
are
think so.
audible.
Yeah. So, my question is, how will we know how to calculate uh, how many hours the
Very good
particular
question.
work they are giving to us? How do
Very
we
good. I
calculate?
missed to answer. I missed to show this. Thank you so much for asking this. Okay.
Thank
Yeah. So see, when you take the project basis, simple है that you'll have to pay that much amount. Okay. If you will work on the hourly basis projects, you will have to download the Upwork desktop app on your system. I'll show you something because you all know we work remotely. Right now, I'm sitting at my home and we work like our whole company is remote company. If I share my screen right now, can you see something which is called Time Doctor, 9 hours, 26 minutes, 11 seconds, and still the timer is on? Correct? So this is the app that we use to calculate the time, and it takes the screenshot every 15 minutes what I am doing to ensure that even if I'm sitting remotely, what I am working that is being tracked. So when you are working with the client on hourly basis, your work like you will have to download the Upwork desktop app in your system. When you work for the client, you keep it on. When you don't work for the client, keep it off. You can pause it, you can off it, whatever. And that will automatically calculate your hours on your Upwork account. It is linked. And it won't take any other information from your backend. Also be clear that it don't take any information from your backend. Only when you're working for the client, it will capture that much and your hours will be calculated. Okay. I hope I answered your query. I don't know whether I answered your query or not. Varsha, I think the name of the person was Varsha, right? If you can confirm me on the chat. Okay, I'll take the next question in the meantime. Yes, Rajeshri, please ask your question.
एक मिनट मेरा डाउट है. हेलो.
Yes, Rajeshri.
Ma'am, there are options, means services which we can offer. So voiceover and many other things were written. So will we be taught all these services which are mentioned in the slide?
No, that I've just created a list of all the services which whatever you can give. Okay. Now voiceover is something which you can do, like even in the basic understanding, you can do the voiceover. That's not something a rocket science, a person can't do it, right? It is very easy to do that. So you can do that. So every skill, see, your course is designed in a particular way, which will teach you so many things. Okay. Second thing, then there will be 1,000 different skills. We can't teach all 1,000 skills. Your course is designed in a particular way which can give work easily, even if you learn that much things. All right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So ma'am, out of these means what till now I have understood is virtual assistant and startup journalist, content writing and proofreading. Other than that, there are so many things mentioned. So how can we learn the remaining things which will not be taught in the class?
When you will start your classes, you will see that whatever you are learning, that is linked. For example, you are doing a startup journalist course, right? You will be taught how to write an emails, how to manage the database of the people, how to do the cold emailing to the people. You will learn different things also which are interlinked. Now, there can't be something that we can teach you 100 different skills, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Even what you are getting taught in the class, if you utilize that, you can earn in thousands of dollars. That I can tell you if you do that much also properly. Okay. Yes, Neha, go ahead with your question.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Yeah, my question is ma'am, for the continuation, like here, which I have understood, like we have to keep on applying on the jobs for whatever the requirements on the requirement basis, like the hourly basis or the tenure of the job, like monthly basis. But can we get the opportunity for the permanent job also?
Yes, you can get the permanent jobs as well. A lot of time we also get the opportunities which speaks that remote work required permanent jobs. So we also share those opportunities. And on Upwork also you get a permanent job where you see there the clients ask more than 6 months. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It means that's a full-time long-term job opportunity. And even if you start as a freelancer for someone, and if they like
Mm-hmm.
your skills, if they like your task, they will offer you the full-time job. Many of our freelancers have got this full-time jobs or the part-time jobs based on their skills from their same client, and they are working with them.
Okay. And ma'am, the courses, the modules which you are covering in this course, are those will be reeling in that, or we need to brush up with this also?
They will teach you so many things and rest definitely. For example, I am doing the maths practice book, right? I'm doing the
Hmm.
textbook. But if I want to be an exceptional, I will
Hmm.
read some practice books and I'll find out something more and I'll keep upskilling myself. Correct?
Okay, correct, ma'am.
Yeah. So yes, that definitely you need to take the initiative that how you can grow further with the learnings and what else you can learn in the same area.
Okay. And ma'am, the age criteria is anywhere the barrier for getting the jobs here? No,
Not
no.
at all. No, not at
Okay, okay. That's it,
all.
ma'am. Thank you so much.
All right. Coming to the next person, Bindi Desai, please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
The session was wonderful.
Thank you.
I have one doubt. Like, say, since last 20 years, I'm doing only math tutoring. Nothing else I have done.
Okay.
So, how the skill arbitrage course will help me? Because it is like, say, if I'm talking, we are talking about the AI tools and the jobs they have shown in the bootcamp also.
Hmm.
I have totally no voice for that.
You are doing math tutoring. You are
Yes.
doing at your own location itself.
Yes, offline.
If
And
you
just now
want
I
to,
have started online also.
okay. So if you think you can teach to the people across the globe, what do you think about it?
Yeah, that
Have
can
you
be
seen
done.
the platforms how you can do this? There are many platforms which provide you these opportunities where you
Mhm.
can be a tutor and
Mhm.
as an international tutor. In the sense, there are many platforms which provide these kind of services. So have you ever tried those things?
No, like say after attending the boot camp, I have gone through the Upwork
Hmm.
and they have the posting, but again, like say I need to buy the connects.
You haven't used your connects as of now, correct? Or you have
No,
used
no,
already?
no, I haven't used. No, I haven't applied anywhere.
It is as simple as that. See, I know people always come ki connects lag jate yaar. I'll tell
नहीं
you
मैंने
something. If I have to go I have to go for an interview. Okay, I'll take a cab, right? I'll pay to that person for the cab. Almost that's the same that you buy for the connects. And why we are hesitating to that?
No. Like say I haven't created the whole profile yet.
No problem. You create the
So that's
profile,
why.
take one-on-one session, then you go ahead. Don't do before that. One thing. Okay. Second, there are platforms like Chegg. There are platforms like TutorMe. There are other platforms who are specifically related to tutoring. I can tell you persons earn $15 per hour on such platforms if you
Okay.
know how to do that. Now, I don't know whether $15 per hour to start with is good for you or bad for
Yeah,
you.
it's really good. Yeah.
That's it. We will show you different areas. And second thing is, I don't know how much active you are on LinkedIn, how much active you have been doing in your branding. Have you done that?
No.
So we are going to teach all this stuff. So don't think just
Okay.
that, okay, the course is going to help me. If, for
Okay.
example, I have to write a blog for LinkedIn about maths, okay, that how I'm teaching, what are the things people should know and all that stuff. If I give my idea to ChatGPT, he will give
Okay.
so like that. ChatGPT will give me so many ideas to put forward on my profile, to write a
Okay.
content, to write a story. That's all that
Okay.
will speak about your skills.
Okay. Yeah. So that's why I like say I am good in conversational English, but while writing, I'm not that good. So, but yeah, I can use ChatGPT for that.
They will teach you that. I think that will
Yes,
help
yes,
you.
yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am.
And everyone, don't be confused, okay? Just with time, I know this is something new that you are doing, right? But with time, you will understand one by one things. And remember, if you learn something, please implement it. If you don't implement, you'll not see the results. Okay? All right. The question next from Mrs. Tina. Miss Tina, can you go ahead?
Yeah, hi. Good evening.
Hi. Good evening.
Thank you for a very informative session. But I have two, three questions. One was, I was under the impression that this was going to be a roadmap of our course. This session was going to be about that. In the future, will there be, because my understanding is there's only one session like this a week, every Tuesday. And will we be taken through a roadmap of how our course is going to progress?
Definitely. Your next session, I don't know. This is the first pre-onboarding or the second pre-onboarding?
This is my first pre-onboarding.
After the boot camp, this is the first session. Or second?
Yes.
This is the second. Eden is saying second. How many of you have attended two already?
This is my first.
Okay, so I think you missed the cold emailing session which was conducted. Okay, these are the pre-onboarding sessions. Before your onboarding happens, why we conduct these two sessions? I'll tell you. Because there is a time where people start taking the enrollment, they take little time. So we don't want that your 10 to 15 days get wasted.
Okay. Okay.
as soon as people come into the our system, by even paying the booking amount, we conduct 2 sessions before your official onboarding. So your next onboarding will be about your course, which will give you an understanding that what your course is going to consist of, what all things you're going to learn in that course. So your next session, please don't miss your next session, because that would be the important onboarding session.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And the second part of my question was the whole idea of joining skill arbitrage, at least for me, was to understand how to create a good profile, how to create good samples. We were told that we will be helped to get the first 3 testimonials, which will help us get our freelance projects. So I'm assuming this will happen subsequently in other sessions.
Definitely, it will happen subsequently.
Great. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Most welcome. Yes, next is Krishna.
Hi, ma'am. Thanks for the mind-blowing session. We, learned a lot of information. Thanks for that. And the only part I didn't understand was regarding the connects, which you showed us in the Upwork, the client panel, which you you told like, see, 16 connects are there and you shouldn't go for it. I didn't understand that part. Why shouldn't we go for that? What is
No,
it?
no. We shouldn't go, because already there are 20 people those have applied.
Okay.
Okay. If the job is relevant to you, and if you see there are less than 10-15 people those have applied and interview has not started, you can. If you see there are more than 20 people those have applied before you,
Okay.
not apply, find some relevant other opportunity and apply. Because just imagine 20 CVs your client has already got, 20 proposals he has already there before you.
Okay.
So then why should I waste my those 16 connects on it?
Okay.
That is the reason. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Most welcome. Yes, Komal, go ahead.
Yeah, hi. So actually, this is regarding the first question which you answered, basically about the per hour timeline. Suppose we get a project, and how do we determine that this work is going to take these many hours, and hence this is going to be the cost of it? Will our mentors help us in this? Like, is there a standard format to determine this?
So see, there is just a second. All right. Okay. So there is no standard format to determine this, because you will have to know how many hours you will take it. There can be plus and minus some. That is okay. Okay. So that is once you will start the work. Sometimes the client also say that, okay, it takes only these many hours. I'll give you 20 hours to complete this task. Okay. So that is something that you need to see, that whether you'll be able to complete in 20 hours or not. And if you start your work in 2 to 3 hours, you will know that how much I am accomplishing, how much work I can do. And that is something which will give you an idea, and you can discuss with your client as well.
Okay, so actually, the question of contracts comes here, which is generally signed before the work is started, right?
Yes.
So then, so how will we determine, or how will we write that these many hours will be required for this work? Or maybe the client will only say that you take these
Client
many
will
hours.
say, if they are clear that they need your 10 hours, that, okay, this project will take 5 hours. Okay. This project will take 10 hours. Then the client is saying you can give your inputs that no, it is taking more time or less time to your client. Okay. But if you say that, okay, how many hours, your client is clear that you are spending. For example, I'm getting salary for a month, right? My boss doesn't require to check whether I'm spending my 12 hours, 8 hours. If I'm spending 8 hours or if I'm spending more, but my work is getting done at the end of the day.
Correct.
Right. So that way, until you start and understand the project of your client, you will not know how it could go ahead. And what are your skills? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So there was my mistake that I could see the next of the people, but not the ones those who have raised the hand from long. So I'll be taking those people. First comes is Asuveni. Can you ask a question? Second will be Alicia. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Asuveni, can you just speak? You are on unmute.
Hi, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, Priyanka. Thanks. Yeah, for unmute myself. So, I have a few questions. Regarding, for example, a virtual assistant. Based on the program courses, I saw that the virtual assistant is starting on July, right? But if I already have the skill, why not I apply first?
Why not you apply? Apply, for sure you apply for that. See, our
Okay,
courses
okay.
have
So
a
I no need to
timeline.
wait until
No,
July
no, you
for the
don't have to
program
wait. See,
start.
I'm very
Okay,
clear. Even if you have the skill now, if you're just a second. Even if you have a skill of a particular thing, whether your
okay,
onboarding has also not started, but you have the access to the portal, book one-on-one session. We will reach out to you, help you customize your profile. We have seen people the day they start the project, their course, like the onboarding, they have got the project.
okay. Got it.
Okay, all right.
Got it, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, Alicia, please go ahead.
Hi, good evening, ma'am. How are you doing? And for your session was really informative. So I have 4 to 5 questions of mine, and I'll ask in one go. The first question is, can I do this freelancing with my full-time job? Is it manageable?
If your contract allows you, number one.
That's what I was saying, yeah, because you discussed about NDA and the other.
Yeah, so check your employment contract. Does your company has put any specific clauses on it? If they haven't put it, then you can do it, number one. Secondly, if you talk about freelancing, if you have the bandwidth that, yes, I can spend maybe 5 hours in a week or 10 hours in a week, then why not you can do it? You can for sure do it.
Yeah, because 5 hours in a week is manageable with the full-time role, but we
Yeah.
are remotely doing.
And secondly, if your company is not allowing, if your company has a very strict contract, which I don't know right now, which you will check by yourself. If your company doesn't allow, then every month we bring a lot of projects, which are small projects, which people can do. If you have those kind of skills, then you can apply to that and you can get the payment. That is the reason why our team also bring the project, because there are people, those who are into the full-time job, still they want to earn, but they can't do sometimes because of their contracts. But they want to upskill and they want to start something. So we also bring the
My
projects.
intention is definitely for a high stake in the salary, because as per the Indian market, as you know, we will not be reaching to that level. So till that time I don't get a complete established platform of freelancing, I may not think of leaving the full-time job.
That's the best strategy.
If I start earning double what I'm earning in my full-time job, then I may think of leaving and completely.
For double the job, you ensure first check your employment contract. If it is allows you, create your profile on your name. If it doesn't allow you, check if your any other family member is there, you can run the profile of that family member.
Correct. Yeah.
And you can see that.
Okay. I'm on LinkedIn and I'm using my personal account there. Company's account is not there. Yes, my profile is, my designation is what I'm working now at present. That is mentioned over there. But yes, in addition to
but
what
on Upwork, you can do that, right? On Upwork, you can do that.
Yes, I can do that. But for me to show the testimonials, the samples on LinkedIn, then yeah, that's going to be
You don't have to put samples on LinkedIn, you have to put on Upwork. I showed Upwork platform, not LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Okay. Testimonials also you all can get from your Upwork profile itself. You can send a request to your other clients who are not on Upwork, but you have served them. Okay. You can send them a request and you can get it. You will even taught that how to get the testimonial on Upwork without working for a client on Upwork.
Correct. Okay. One more thing, you were talking about, looking for the job on Upwork, and specifically on Upwork as per the skills, our inbuilt skills, and how could we identify that my 60% of skills do match with the client's requirement there? Because there would be something up and down where I'm not completely suitable to that profile.
But at least you know, for example, you are into accounting, okay? For example, you know how to do that because you're doing in and out. The differences between the countries that, okay, they may be using something else and I'm using, but I am doing this here already. It means I can do that. Then you're 60% confident.
Okay, and the hourly basis job which you completely explained is well understood to me. I need to know about the project based job. There was a difference in hourly base and project based.
In project, you just have to apply to the project, okay? And if the project is big project, that it means it is of $100 or $200, break that into milestone. That okay, first part of the project, I'll get $50 once I finish this. Second part of the project, you finish, you submit to the client, you get the 50%, $50 again. So you have to break that big project into the milestone. If it is a small project, maybe of $20-$30, it's okay. Then you don't have to break that project.
Correct, yeah. And hourly basis, are the clients paying us on the hourly basis daily, or it is accumulated into monthly?
It can come to you on a weekly basis in your account, but I would suggest to disperse the money after 15 days because bank charges, at least we can save on that much. Right?
Yeah, okay. Because of the conversion. Okay, understood. And about the mentoring sessions, ma'am, are there limitations offered by skill arbitrage or mentoring sessions?
For Upwork customized session, you'll get one session. For Fiverr, you'll get one. For LinkedIn, you'll get one. After that, we conduct every week so many group sessions. So you can come in the group sessions and you can ask your queries further.
One-on-one, how many would we be getting it?
For Upwork, one, Fiverr, one, and for LinkedIn, one.
Okay, that's way one. Otherwise, it's all group sessions.
Yes.
Okay, if I want to show my assignments and get help from the faculty, would that also be?
Yeah, faculties you will be connected directly, so you can get that. That's a different than these Upwork Fiverr.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. Very well explained. Thank you so much for your time.
Parvinder, please, can you copy paste your question once again, because I think it has gone top. I am not able to see that. Can you please copy paste it? I'll take the question. All right, Tina, please go ahead with your question quickly. Guys, if you have any repeated questions which I've already answered, then please maybe lower the hand. If it's a different question, I'm happy to answer. Yes, Tina?
I've already asked my question, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, okay. Krishna has already asked. Sammy, can you answer?
Hi, ma'am. Actually, the session is very informative and you have provided many key tips. I would like to ask one question about the internal work sharing. Is there anything that is already in place in skill arbitrage? For example, we have a previous batch which would have started in September or August last year. They must have done a lot of work already and somebody might have their plate full. So as a student of this batch,
they reach out to us like because I'm the head of the freelance and the placement department. So we have made a structure that they reach out to us and we'll find the relevant person and we patch them.
I see. So there is internal work sharing. So if not for the money, at least for the hands-on and the experience sake and to boost our confidence, I just want to understand before we reach out to Upwork and Fiverr, the freelancing websites and do the real work, we just want to have the experience sessions within skill arbitrage. So that's something I just want to clarify.
Yeah. Mentors will that guide you also. Like these students, those who have already the work, okay. So in that case, they will really need the skill that, okay, if someone is giving me this output and they pay something, then they will ask you to deliver accordingly. Rest, when you have the sessions, you will see that how it is taken care of. So don't worry.
Okay, ma'am. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so I have one question in the chat which is lying from long. Just allow me a moment. I'll take that. I have understood the part of how to find competitor on Upwork. Could you please run through that again? Okay. So Parminder, you will see the recording where you will see it, but I'll give you just a quick guideline that how it can be. On the top, when you go and create your profile on Upwork, and once your profile is done, on the top you will see there is an option to drop down where you can check jobs or talent. If you click on talent and if you write a specific keyword that you want to see content writers, you want to see virtual assistant, you want to see human resource professional, you want to see marketing manager type of profile, you will click on that and you'll be able to find all those type of. Okay. All right. Varsha, please go ahead with your question.
Thank you so much for giving me another opportunity. You mentioned that you can calculate on Upwork simultaneously when you're working, the hours will reflect, minutes will reflect. But how about if we are doing for two clients together? Maybe 1 hour I'm working for one client.
You don't have to do. When you're working on that, you will click on that particular on Upwork. You will see 2 to 3 different, for one client, I will see different thing. For the another client, I'll click on that and then I'll start my work. So it will
Okay, so
calculate based on that.
ideally you're saying that it will get paused for how long you are not there, and then you can swap.
We can swap. That is not a problem. It is not that someone is going to ask you a question there. It is already tracked. Like I can maybe take 10 breaks and I can complete my 4 hours of job. Okay.
Okay.
That is not a problem.
Okay. Okay. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. I appreciate it.
Sure. Yes, Gayatri, can you please go ahead?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Actually, my question is, I'm from a pharmaceutical background.
Okay.
So mostly I'm looking for the life sciences jobs. I know there are some medical writing and scientific writing jobs.
Yeah.
Until now, I have seen them because I have created my profile on Upwork, but I haven't applied anywhere. And
Okay.
I also had a 5 years of career gap. So now I am also upscaling myself through this course. So after this course, maybe I am having a content writing, then virtual assistants and different skills. So at a time, if I am going to do many jobs, like I am doing one client for a content writing, one client for a virtual assistance. So can we manage these different skills?
Definitely, you can manage those different skills. From
So
morning,
it is not going to be a chaos, I mean.
no, it is see up to you how much time you have, how much time
Okay.
you can spend. What is your goal? I'll tell you something. Having different tasks, it's completely fine. From morning, I
Okay.
had a 5 client meeting, handle 2 escalations.
Light off பண்ணிடு.
Okay.
ஏன்னா இப்படி வச்சுட்டு
Sorry. Then
Light off.
having the session with you all, having the another meeting. So there are 10 different tasks that we are doing at a time.
ஏய், இது light போடு.
Okay.
It is possible. It is up to you
இந்த
how
light
to
போடு.
take it
Second
forward.
light போடு.
If you think you can't do it, sorry, just I'll mute someone. Yeah. If you think you can't do it, then handle only that much which you can do it. Don't accept the work.
Okay.
Accepting or rejecting the work is in your hand. If you're taking the job, it is in your hand. If you think you can't manage
Okay.
it, don't take it. Get confident.
So we can manage on these different skills also.
Why not?
And
People are doing
one
voiceover
more.
work, people do video editing work, people do content
Okay.
editing
Okay.
work, and people become the virtual assistant at the same time. So that's
Right. Right. Okay. And one more question is, if we have already a LinkedIn profile, like I had my almost 11 years of a track record on LinkedIn. But now if I am going to be a freelancer with different skills, so I am going to maintain the same profile or I have to create another profile as a freelancer?
same profile, because you already have a lot of people in your connections.
Right.
Why
Right.
to utilize those connections also to know that you are back in the system and you
Yeah.
are available for various tasks,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Thank you.
Most welcome. Yes, Shreya, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you so much for your session, ma'am. I just had 2 questions. One was regarding, from since yesterday, we have got mails around 6 o'clock. There's some class being held. So I just wanted to know, like, is it
They are the
was it
extra sessions which we conduct. Your course sessions, whatever will be your course sessions, they will be conducted 8 p.m. on Monday to Saturday. And if it is on Sunday, it would be any time. Apart from that, if you see any other sessions, which is at 6 p.m., 5 p.m., 7 p.m., they are extra sessions which we conduct for our learners so that they are ready for many things. So it is not mandatory for you to attend. If you think that is required and that is relevant to you, please go and attend and use that knowledge.
Okay, all right, ma'am. And one more thing I just wanted to know, like, since a lot of people are working and they have certain skills and they can create a profile on Fiverr or Upwork right away. But since I am new and I do not have anything, so like, it's not necessary for me to create it right now, or how do I go about this?
Create
Like,
after a month of your course also, so that you will have some skills and then you can start. And never say that you don't have the skill. Everyone has that hidden skill, and you will also find out. Don't worry.
yeah, I mean, I just meant to say that I don't have any sample work to show the client as of now, so that would be a problem. Like,
No problem. You will learn and you can make those samples. Don't worry.
Okay, that's all, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Most welcome. Yes, Mary, please go ahead. After Mary, there will be Swati, then Bindu, then Priyanka.
Hi, Priyanka.
Hi.
Priyanka, my query is actually I have already my profile is there in Upwork, which is very fast. Okay. So there I have done 2 jobs already in Upwork. So now, according to my job profile, where I have done my previous work, as of now, I have upskilled so many in industries. I have jumped so many things I have learned also. So do I need to rechange my existing profile according to what I have learned, everything, my skills, or should I create another profile?
No. If you have already profile, you can use the same profile. You just revamp that profile in one-on-one session. And remember, you can't create 2 profile at a time. On Upwork, you can, in the main profile itself, you can add 2 other relevant skills that you have, like the specialized skills. For example, you are very good at content writing. Okay, just an example.
Okay.
Then you are very good at voiceover and you are very good at translation in your native language. So you can create 3 different profiles in the same main profile. And always remember to keep updating your profile every week or 10 days. That will ensure that your profile don't go in private and you are an active freelancer. And that will give you the clients quickly.
Okay, update means we have to post something or we have to do changes in our profile
Do the
itself.
changes, add 2-3 lines that you learned this week. So for example, I have put 10 skills already. I'll add one more skill every week. I will do some changes in the paragraphs. I will write something creative over there. I'll add a portfolio. Weekly, one portfolio I can add as a sample in my profile. So that you know,
as of now, according to Upwork, there in my profile, they have already given me that per hour it is of some $25.
They have not given you, you yourself have written that.
Okay, no, first I have given $10.
Okay.
Later on, when I done my work, after that my client has given me the extended work again.
Oh, that's awesome. So when did you start with that client?
That was very old actually. I did a logo for her, and then she asked me to create a book cover for her. So I did within a 2 days time period. I finished her book cover and I gave it back to her. Also, my work was done.
Awesome.
And she gave
Start again, put more samples related to that. Logo design, book cover, Canva design, sample of work which is available. Really, please go and start. You will really see good clients coming.
No, actually, I have seen in the afternoon as of Vishal sir's recording of the Upwork profile, how to do and everything using the ChatGPT, everything. There I have find one work which is relevant to me, which is as of now I'm doing even some social media post, everything. My personal, it is not any clients. So I have seen something he is paying like $300. We have to do some 3 months work and it may be a permanent job. They want to see the workflow.
Okay.
So can I go and apply? Because I have seen there is a connections, but I couldn't find any connections in my profile as of now.
No, you'll see the connections. Have you taken one-on-one session already?
No, I haven't taken any one-on-one
session. Book one-on-one session tomorrow itself. Within 48 hours, your session will be booked if there are not many requirements. So if booked, then that mentor will guide you step by step everything. Ask all these questions and they will show you how to find, how to do, everything will be answered.
Okay. Because my concern is I have already experienced and that whatever the reviews I got from my client, it is reflecting in my profile actually.
It will be very faster for you to get the opportunity.
So that is why I don't want to lose. And one more thing I have heard from Vishal sir as well as from you, I think there is an opportunity even from the Skill Arbitrage internally to do some work, even when we are doing this work as well as a freelancing. So if I want to start something with Skill Arbitrage, how can I approach you or Vishal sir, however it is?
No, so if there are any freelance opportunities related to your skill, So when we'll send you one form after your onboarding, you fill that form. Sometimes client will reach out to us and we get the work, so we will reach out to you for that.
Okay, okay. Okay, Priya. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, Swati, please go ahead.
Hi, Priyanka ji. Firstly, I would like to say the session was really insightful, very informative. I actually have tried, one of the sites, which is freelancer.com, like way long ago. And I think my approach was not, I was very new at it and all. So I was not very sure about how to go about it. So right now, I think after having a lot of information, I got to know quite a lot of changes that can be done. I have three questions. Okay. Firstly, because like now that I'm getting back to online work approach, so of course, I'm trying to revive my freelancer profile again with, existing reviews and all that I already have. I am just looking at how to make a client, if you're, bidding on a project or on a connection, how to make sure that the client actually chooses you for that work. Okay, that is one first question of mine, that how to make your profile, more catchy, more attractive, that the client actually goes for your bid. Okay. Secondly, apart from Upwork, Fiverr, and online platforms, if I have a portfolio, if I have a CV, how can skill arbitrage like help me get work apart from these platforms? Like, because one small doubt I have is that if these platforms, they work on that, you get limited connections, like you said on Upwork, correct? Like these many limited connections, and there is a possibility that you apply for something and you don't get it. So apart from these platforms as well, if there is some external way, if
So
there's
I'll answer your questions. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first question is, how do you create, how a client should reach to your profile and check your proposals? Okay. So the best thing is your proposal should be always customized, not like copy pasting the same cover letter. I myself have seen people apply to the job saying that I'm applying to the Bangalore opportunity, but actually the client is from Delhi. But in their cover letter, it is mentioned Bangalore. Can you understand what I mean to say? Your cover letter should always be customized based on the job that you're applying. All right. This is one more thing. Second, if you are applying to a project, keep your portfolio ready based on that project. You know that I did a research for last 7 days. These kind of projects get posted. These are my skills. Why not to create at least 10 to 12 dummy samples? I will use my sample relevant to that job when I'm applying. Maybe you have content writing job you're applying, so you will use content writing samples. If you are applying to some maybe Canva designing, so you'll use your designing posters, your design things to apply to that project, right? So this bifurcation you need to make sure that you need to do. Apart from that, yes, skill arbitrage, I have a big team where we work to bring the opportunities for our learners every day, but it is not necessary that every person's customized opportunity we are able to get. But yes, we bring every day some job opportunities, some freelance opportunities, and we share on our portal. There you can see if there is anything which is relevant to your skill and you want to apply, please apply to that opportunities. We'll be happy to share your profiles if selected from our end to the clients for the further jobs and freelance work.
Okay, got it. I also had another question. It's basically, so previously, like from my previous offline freelance experiences, I have seen that at times you evaluate your work, you fix a price, and then during the work, maybe because of a lot of redos or changes and all, you realize that the work is actually exceeding the amount of price that you have decided on. How to convey to a client about this, that this can go for additional cost, or this particular changes that we are doing.
No. See, remember this thing. If you completed this task and if it is within the scope of the client, okay, the discussion, that work that you have taken, you can't charge extra because you have not provided the best quality, it means, okay. But if it goes outside the scope where your client is looking for more things, then you have to say that, okay, if you want additional these things, then you will have to pay this much amount. You can be upfront and tell your client if they add Z to X and Y.
Okay.
You have to tell them.
Okay. Okay. Like, okay. Just wanted to know like how to convey to a client in a, in a
No,
polite, in
so
a more better way.
that what if you remember my first sentence, when I
Yeah.
was saying that when you apply for the project and when you are having the discussion, when
Yeah.
you accept the work, write to your client that this is based on our discussion, I'll be doing these things, please acknowledge. Now,
Correct.
after 5 points, if your client adds the 6 point, you have that proof that boss, we discussed these 5 points, which I've already done. Now, if you want 6th or 7th more into it, definitely you'll have to pay something extra. It's a clear conversation.
Got it. So we have to just basically make a proper disclaimer about this particular
Yes.
factor. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Most welcome. Yes, Bindu, please go ahead. Wait a minute, you have unmuted yourself. Just a second. Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, don't do anything. Yeah, you are on unmute.
Thank you, ma'am. It was an informative session.
Thanks.
And I just have a few questions. One is, since I'm coming after a long gap, so I don't have any profile, any samples. So how much time I should wait to create all this?
I would say maximum a month once your course starts.
Okay. So even profile and everything, I have to wait for that.
See, I would suggest that you learn something, then you create your profile. We are here for you for next 5 years. We
Yeah.
will not leave you. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll be there for you always. But as to gain your confidence back and to create your samples, I would suggest to first spend your time in the upskilling. Secondly, once you get the access to the portal, if you've already got the access, you can
Yeah,
see all
got
the
it.
recordings of the previous batch. It
Okay.
is like I would say a story of from the Three Idiots film that अगर सीखना है तो कोई भी क्लास में जाके बैठ के सीख लो, correct? Don't wait for the time that मेरा turn कब आएगा. Okay, so you already have those recordings with you. You have that content with you.
Yeah.
Spend as much of time as possible if you have that much of bandwidth to learn the things. Maybe that particular session will come in your course after 2 months or 3 months, but you have the recordings. Utilize that, start making your samples, and after a month you will be ready. I can bet you if you spend considerable time in upskilling, you will be ready within a month to apply to the projects.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Most welcome. Yes, Priyanka, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi Priyanka.
Yeah.
Very insightful session. Although I joined late, there are few things which I actually wanted to ask. Like the previous session which was there, because I was opting for a installment plan with one of the finance agency. So that didn't happen till now, and because of the same, I was unable to join the previous session. One. So I do not have any recordings. I do not know what was there in the session. And all of a sudden, since the morning, I was stuck with some other thing, and I saw the message at 7:30 or so that at 8 o'clock I have a session. So I was somewhere, reached home and immediately logged in. So even today's session at 8:30 somewhat I joined. So in that case, will I be able to get all the recordings or wherein I can understand
Yes,
actually
you'll
what
get
it was
all
all
the
about?
recordings once you get the access to your portal. Okay, once your admission process is over, you will see all these recordings over there. Don't worry.
Okay, and you just now to Miss Bindu, you talked about certain recordings which are there. So you mean to say that in the portal there are many recordings which are available to learn things? Is it?
Yes.
Okay. And now let me come to the main point. Like for long, I was into marketing and sales with different organizations in education. And like for past 5 years, I was out of my work, and I'm now again want to upskill myself and want to do something from home. So it is like I never worked on any of the online platforms ever. Although I did these things for my companies, not exactly what I don't know what I'm going to learn in it, but I never had all these things ever in my life earlier doing it online. And as far as LinkedIn profile is concerned, like though it is there since 2008, but it is not updated. It's merely maybe once in a while, maybe in 2-3 months or maybe a year, I opened it, checked it, and just logged off. This is how I did. So, how to update the profile? What exactly I need to put in? Which kind of post or maybe whatever? So,
So you
am
take
I going to get
one-on-one
guided?
session on LinkedIn also. We are providing you one-on-one session on LinkedIn as well. Once you will get the access to the portal, okay, you will be able to book the session for Upwork, for Fiverr, and for LinkedIn, where a mentor will sit with you personally. There will be no one else, only you. You will be heard and your profile will be guided based on whatever you share to your mentor.
As you said, that would be the only session, one each, fine. So, is it that like before taking that session, if in case I do know many things, so that I would be confident that yes, whatever I am going to learn in this particular session will be upgrade to what I have learned. Because see, all of a sudden being a newcomer, taking a session, and if even then after the session, if I find it difficult to solve many things,
It's not
maybe
that
or
you can't reach to your mentor. Your mentor will be there. Okay. You can have a quick call with them, maybe if required, or a quick review session again. I'm not denying that you'll never get the session ever from that person later on. You can take the review session. Okay. But sometimes what happens, we have seen the trend that people come, they don't take the, if you are taking the efforts, I'm ready to give you 5 sessions also. There are people those who don't take the effort, just they come and take the sessions, but they don't do anything. Okay. That's the reason we keep a lot of group sessions, and your one-on-one session for your Upwork, Fiverr, and LinkedIn will be conducted. You will be given that these things you do. If you come back and say review my profile, whether it is perfect or not, your mentor will be happy to guide you.
Okay. So, as far as my knowledge says, learning on Canva, on AI, all these skills definitely will be upgraded on, is it?
Definitely. Because that's your course. You will be learning every skill.
And the samples you showed, like you were showing about one of the girls, the samples, the task, how to organize it and everything. This is what I believe we would be able to learn in a month, so that at least we can start working with.
Yeah, so when you will learn something, see, you know that, okay, I have done this task. Okay, you said that you were doing in marketing, right? I don't know whether you have done the lead generation, whether you have done content writing, whether you have written the post for the organization, what you have done. So whatever you have done already, keep that two things ready for you. Okay, create a dummy for it, dummy samples, which you can utilize. And second, you will know how to use them in the sessions. Now, all 100 people will have different skills. So, different samples we can't create, correct? But what you have created, how to showcase or market it, that is something that you're going to learn.
See, as what you said right now is like content writing, I did. Leads, as far as lead generation, but that was offline. Obviously, I was doing everything offline. Nothing has been done online. So I believe you do know how offline leads are being taken, taking care of ATLs and BTLs. The above.
You know how to maintain the Excel.
Yeah, that I know, obviously.
Correct. So you create that sample. This is the leads you generated. Is your client going to come and ask you that how did you do that? At least your client will see a clear understanding how you did. What happened if you did certain marketing? How your graph looks like.
Okay.
Start with it when you will see different things, when you will learn, no? You will understand, oh, I have this skill, why not to make this? And everyone sit one day silently for an hour. No one should be there around you. Just understand and remember in last 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, what all work I did and what all things I have done. Write on pen and paper. That will give you a clear understanding that yes, I have this skill. Why don't I do this? And second, when you see the competitor's profile on Upwork, that will give you another set of guidelines that what I should do and how I should prepare my samples.
Okay.
So much. Just start with that. You will see all the answers coming towards you.
Okay. And then last question, like as you said, the estimated calculated time which is being mentioned in the project. So simply my query was, although I believe I would be learning about it, but my query was like, if in case a client has a estimated time taken for a project is maybe say 8 hours or maybe 10 hours, and as per me, if I feel this project will get completed, might be will take a little more, then in that case what will happen? Like if I'm spending more time, I'm doing it just to finish it off, so
2-3
is it
hours
going
your
to
client will
affect
not question. If you're spending 2-3 hours extra, your client will not question a lot. But if you think it is taking more time, then you need to inform your client that this project is taking more time and this would be the requirements from your side.
Okay. Fine. So I believe my major question was like, once my profile is created, once my admission is done, then only once I would be able to know more about what you have told today.
Definitely. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So now there are only I'll be taking next 5 questions and then we'll wrap up the sessions. The questions are from Indumati, then Anisha, Marina, Supali, and Prabha. Okay. One by one, I'll be unmuting you. And guys, let's have quickly your questions. Yes. Indumati, please go ahead.
Yeah.
You're on mute.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful session, because I have a lot of doubts regarding freelancing, and it is really good. One of my important question is, what about the taxes, ma'am? Because if we are working as a freelancer, we may get different projects and we may
You will have
from different
10%
clients.
TDS deducted when you get
Okay.
your money in your account from Upwork, and
Oh,
finally
okay.
your 10% TDS get deducted. And once you file your taxation, if you are within that income level, like in general, what is like if I'm earning lesser than 5 lakhs, then I won't get any taxes. The TDS will be refunded once I file my tax.
Okay, okay. So it's not like, so say for example, if somebody is working in a company, they will mention it as they are working for one particular company. But as a freelancer, we may work for different clients. So it's like we have to show each and everything.
Yes, yes. So that amount will not come from your 10 clients in your account. If you are
Okay.
working, for example, from Upwork with 10 clients, your money which you will get from Upwork, you will never
Okay.
get from the direct client.
So it's like my client is like Upwork. It's not like
Yes.
so all those 10 different. Okay, okay, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Most welcome. Yes. Anisha, please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
My question is like with regarding to this typing or transcribing work. How do you present your sample? How will the client know that it's done in real time?
Awesome. Okay. What you have to show that, for example, I take a 1-minute video, okay, or the audio. I put the link of that video or audio and I put that below that in the same document. On the top, I put the link, and below that, I have transcribed. I've written that in the written format, and that is one my sample which gets ready. Now, if you talk about the timeline, it would be different. There are a lot of tools nowadays which are getting used by the AI firms, companies, which they use like different tools where you have to go and your work is shown over there, like what you have to transcribe, that is mentioned, and they pay you on the hour basis. For example, I have a 1 hour audio, okay? So I will be paid for that 1 hour audio transcription, whether it may take my 7 hours, 8 hours, 5 hours, 4 hours, depending on my speed and understanding. I will be paid, for example, 1200 for that 1 hour transcription audio. 1 hour audio, which may take your 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, whatever, to transcribe that. Your client is not bothered about how many hours you take to do that, but your client will pay you on the basis of number of hours audio you got.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. And what was your second question?
Yeah, that was the thing. Like basically, how they know that it's been done in real time.
Yeah. So it is totally on the number of this minutes or hours that audio is.
Oh.
Okay. Yes, Marina, go ahead.
Hi, Priyanka.
Hi.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. See, right, my question is related to remote work, but not AI. After I joined the course, I realized that you also have a group or a team that deals with US taxation. So if I have relevant experience and certification regarding US taxation. So if I need to get a job regarding that, whom do I need to contact?
You have come on the right time and on the right day. Please fill the form and say that I want to do US taxation work. I have a client. I hope I'll patch you tomorrow itself.
Wow. Thank you.
Let's see how it goes. But yes, I have a client.
Sure.
At least
Yeah,
I'll patch
so-
in the morning. I'll reach out to you tomorrow in the first half. And
Okay, sure.
That's what you mentioned, correct?
I'm sorry, I am an enrolled agent, though I have not renewed after 2017. I have 10 years experience with EY with US taxation.
That's awesome. That's enough. I'll patch you tomorrow with the client.
So how do I contact you?
You don't have to contact me. Just fill that form and mention US accounting work as discussed in the session. I shared the feedback form link.
Feedback form, I already have update. I mean, included this question in that additional details, skill set.
Number in the chat and with your LinkedIn link in the chat. Because
I don't have a LinkedIn link, but I will send you my number now.
Send that. I'll keep it saved. All right.
Oh, thank you so much.
Most welcome. Let's see how it materializes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but at least it gives me hope that I can find something.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much, Priyanka.
Most welcome. Yes, Pani, please go ahead. Question. So, Pani. All right. Let us go with Kavyashri. This is the last question for the day. Yes, Kavyashri, please ask your question.
Ma'am, actually the name I haven't changed. It is my daughter's name. My name is Swapna.
Okay, Swapna, it's okay. Please tell me.
So many doubts. My friends also asked there. I mean, who have joined there. The same questions. I mean, I don't know any skill now. So I don't know how to create that portfolio.
Okay.
So then how can we create those all? How can will anyone help me in creating?
Learn from the course, learn the skills, and then go ahead. Okay. Maybe it will take you a month. Okay. It is fine. If you really have the long-term goals, spending 1 month to learn the skills and creating those things and then applying would be the best strategy for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But actually, who have called me yesterday, Jatin sir and Swati ma'am, they said that while doing this after 1 week or like that, you can get some freelancing work like that, they said. So is it happened really or not?
See, I can tell you right now also, I have worked in all the languages, even in the regional languages. But the clients will require you to do that work. I can patch you. I don't have a problem. Okay. I keep getting a lot of work from various clients. But at the end of the day, the students need to complete that task. And we can do that. Once you will be in the system, you will keep getting the update. And you can check if you are relevant to that job. You can apply to that jobs. Okay. All right. Yes, Prabha, please go ahead with your question. Prabha?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, hi, Priyanka. This is the first time I'm attending this pre-onboard session.
Yeah.
And last 2 sessions I could not able to attend. Even the guy from the skill arbitrage is calling me again and again, but somehow they could not reach out. Yeah, it's not getting time with me to connect with them. So my thing is like I'm very new to this, like AI, whatever you're saying, it's going bouncer on my head. He,
Okay.
because I'm not in that software profession also. Okay,
Hmm.
and my thing is like, uh, if I join the course, so what will be the first question is what will be the timing of the course? Like, it will be in the daytime or it will be in
No,
the
it will not be in the daytime. I've been clearly telling. You will have the
Mm.
session only at 8 p.m. from Monday to Saturday. Okay. Which are
Okay,
course
8 p.m. from Monday to Saturday.
any one day you will have a session for one particular course. That will be at
Okay.
8 p.m. on any of the day from Monday to Saturday. That you will
Okay,
get
it's not
to know
daily.
No,
It
it's
is
not
not.
daily. No, it's not daily.
Okay, I thought that it's daily.
No, it's not daily.
So,
And
okay.
secondly, if it is on Sunday, then it can be any time. Okay.
Oh,
This is
okay,
one.
fine.
Secondly,
I thought that it is daily, and because I have a small kid, so I cannot attend whole day, the whole week.
It's not daily.
I thought like that.
No,
Yeah,
it's not
and
daily.
secondly is like I'm not able to create this Upwork profile and LinkedIn also. I didn't create any profile till now. Hello.
Yeah, no problem. Can you hear me?
So yeah, and one more thing is like uh for the course, when it will be going to start, it will be in the batches or it will be before during the webinars they told us like you can start after some time, also you can start immediately also. So I want to know when is this course is going to start and how is the admission process going on? We have to pay the full amount before. Yeah, can pay as a EMI they had said
You
to
can
us.
pay as an EMI as they have mentioned you. So you can pay
Yeah.
as an EMI also. That you can have the discussion with them directly based on
Yeah.
the details, and they'll tell you. Rest,
Okay.
your course you need to attend your onboarding session. When is the
Hmm.
onboarding session? Anyone who knows the date for that? Anyone who know the date for onboarding?
No, we didn't get any debt. This also I got today. So and I joined lately
It's on
also at 9 o'clock.
It's on 22nd March. There is an onboarding.
Okay.
Please attend that session on 22nd March at 8 p.m. and you will be able to know how your course works. But before that, your enrollment process should be over. Then only you'll be able to attend that session.
Okay. And by how many days or how many months we can able to
ఏంటి
get the work as a freelancer?
వాళ్ళేం వెళ్ళట్లేదు
Hello.
వెళ్ళట్లేదు వాళ్ళు వాళ్ళు
What are you
ఇష్టమమ్మ
saying?
దగ్గరే ఉంటారు
Just a second.
Are you getting my point?
Just a second. There was someone on the.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, now you.
Yeah, actually, with whatever the skill we learn from skill arbiters, by how many days or how many months we can start up the freelancing in the work.
If you have any particular skill and if you're consistent, you can get the work within a week also. If you think that you have
Okay.
to learn from the course and then you will have to start applying, yes, you can get the work within a month or 2 months as well. But you need to be consistent. Remember this thing. It doesn't work that you come after 1 month and say, I have to apply to the project immediately. I need immediately something. Then it becomes difficult.
Okay. And you're saying 1 month this like assignment will be there. So that will be every after session, right?
Yes, yes.
And do we need to do in the laptop or phone or something like that? Or be
You can attend the sessions from phone also, but you need to have access to the laptop because your profiles and everything will be created through your laptop or desktop only.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much for clarification because I'm not getting time to talk to that guy, whoever calling me. So
Yeah. Please
I'm
speak
so
to them
sorry.
because they will be helping you to complete your process. Otherwise, you'll again
Yeah.
miss the other session. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Yes, Supali, can you speak now? Are you there? Supali, are you there?
Good evening, everyone.
And after
So,
this, the last question will be from Mayuri, guys. And then let's wrap up the today's session. It's already almost 10:30. Yeah. Yes, Supali, please go ahead.
good evening, Priyanka. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Please tell me.
So I have around 14 years of IT experience. Okay, my point is here, I just need some extra income from this, and I just want to employ some other people also who are interested to generate the income. So, is it possible through skill arbitrage?
You want to
Yeah,
employ
like,
few more people.
correct, like outsource
You
the
start
work.
your own agency.
Yes, correct.
Definitely, you can do that. See, on Upwork, there is a place which you can do this. For example, you first created your profile, you got 5-7 work, your profile is now settled. Then you create an agency profile through your profile where you can hire the people from Upwork also, and you can get the work done by those people under you.
Okay.
So the payments come to you and you.
Okay. Okay then.
And if you don't want to hire people on Upwork, like the ones those who are your team members, then you can take the work in your profile and you can disperse to other people. You have to make sure that you don't like if there are many projects which are asking for hourly basis and you are giving to your team members, then you have to check whether you can share your profile with them or not, or you will take only project basis work. It will depend upon the kind of work you are taking.
No, is the skill arbitrage going to guide me like how to, what is the right way to come do that?
When we guide you on your Upwork, you can ask all these questions how to create your agency account. Okay.
Okay.
Second, when you will work on your LinkedIn, you can ask your LinkedIn mentor to guide you.
Okay, fine. Yeah, got it. Yeah, thank you, Priyanka.
Here's the last question from Mayuri. Mayuri, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Priyanka.
Mayuri.
I want to ask one question that from any site we will be getting deducted the commission plus TDS from every site, right?
Yes.
So the commission which the site will be charging and the TDS.
Yeah,
These
correct.
are the only taxes we have to pay there.
Yes, only this much, nothing more than that.
Okay. And the second one is I am from investment banking background and having gap of more than 5+ years. So how can I what should I have to show my skill on Upwork?
So see, you can start as an executive assistant where you can draft an email as a sample. Okay. Then you can also create one more thing, that is your one great Excel sheet which you maintain for your client for the work. Even if you start these two, that is more than enough to get the work, to start with it.
Okay, I used to work with investment banking and was working for a trade cycle or trade settlement like this.
Okay. So what sample you can create? You yourself think what you used to do every day. Can you make them as your samples? What happened?
Hello.
Hello. Am I not audible to you? Mayuri, am I not audible to you?
Hello.
Am I not audible to you? Can you hear me?
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I'm getting some calls, so that's why it was not audible, I think.
Okay. Tell me.
So my question is whatever I have learned or
I can't hear you. Your voice is breaking completely. Maybe you stop and speak.
Getting continuous some call. Someone is calling me.
Okay. All right. See, simple is remember everyone, just remember that past 5 years, 6 years, 10 years before, what kind of work I used to do. Now, what I used to do every day, how can I create those as my samples? It is fine that you were into the banking, you were managing the cash flow, you were doing something. Can you create a dummy sample for that? Can you create some Excel sheet for it? Can you write an email to someone? Can you put your video introduction on your platform? What you can do? That's enough. Having 4 or 5 basic skills can give work and give money to anyone. Just remember this thing. Okay? All right. Okay, guys, let us wrap up today's session before I get a lot of negative comments that I've taken the session to almost 2 hours. So, yes, let us end today's session. I hope all of you have filled the form which was shared, because that would be required by the management. And don't worry, don't get confused. Just have little patience and try towards your next goal. Remember that day, why did you enroll into this course? What was your goal behind that? You just have to work towards it. I can tell you from my experiences, I still struggle. I still struggle with my home. I still struggle with my kids. I still struggle to complete my task every day, but I don't give up. If you have that, you can't give up. You can reach to any heights. I remember starting my job at 10,000, and now I hope you all know. So everything is possible. So don't worry about it. Just go and start and spend the time on it. Don't think that within a day my life will change. It doesn't change. It will take your some efforts to change your life, right? So just have that positive thing in your mind and start towards it. That's all from today for today. Thank you so much for bearing me for last 2.5 hours. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much. All the best for the future. Okay. All right, guys. Take care. Goodbye. Good night. Thank you. Bye, everyone.